Perhaps the only person who was really prepared for Stephen Jay Gould's death was Mr. Gould himself. 20 years ago, the scientist, who died yesterday at the age of 60, had a life-threatening bout of cancer. Many readers will remember the way he wrote about that episode, not only for its personal candor, but also for the fact that he found comfort in a statistical analysis of his chances of survival. It was wholly in keeping with the tenor of Mr. Gould's character that he could turn an understanding of statistics into a toehold on life itself. It was also in keeping that he chose to write about it for a popular audience. The vast majority of the people who know Mr. Gould's name know him as a scientist, essayist, not as a paleontologist or evolutionary theorist, let alone an expert on Syrian land snails. They know him as a man who had an opinion on nearly everything and a way to turn nearly every opinion he had into a tour de force of analogy and historical example. His scientific colleagues found him almost as brilliant as his popular audience did, but considerably more exasperating as well. He was never a scientific bomb thrower. He worked, after all, in the heart of the scientific establishment, but he delighted in small explosions, and he never hesitated to set them off when he thought it would do a discipline good. His belief that evolution moved in leaps in punctuated equilibrium, to use his phrase, rather than slowly and continuously, struck off the more heat than it might have if Mr. Gould had not reveled in the role of controversialist. That was his revolutionary niche. A man with so many opinions is bound, pretty often, to be wrong, but Mr. Gould could be just as entertaining when he was wrong as when he was right. That was another reason he exasperated his colleagues. That and the fact that he came to stand for science itself in the minds of many lay readers. How his work will play in the years to come remains to be seen, of course. His scientific achievements are solid, and he has done everything possible to throw light on the subjects that matter to him. And in some of that light, just on the off chance, fell on Mr. Gould himself. It is hard to begrudge him. The New Jersey Nets basketball team started this season playing in a half-empty arena in the Meadowlands before fans who expected so little that they seemed hesitant to even cheer. The arena began to fill up as the Nets surged through the season. It was jam-packed and rocking this week when the team in the Eastern Conference Finals, for the first time in its history, bulled its way past the Boston Celtics to take the first game of this series.